Hi, guys, it's Mrs. Hope. Today I'm going to read with you about hurricanes. And the first article that I want to read is called Hold On, It's a Hurricane. And you can tell that it has a real photograph here. So here it starts. Hold On, It's a Hurricane is the title. And it has real photographs, which is one clue that helps me realize that this is nonfiction, okay? It's not false. It's meant to teach me something. And so that's the author's purpose, is to inform me here. So I'm going to be informed about hurricanes, what they're like, and just some more facts about them before we read a story about a little girl who goes through a hurricane herself. All right, so it says, Hold on, it's a hurricane. You are going to read a story about a hurricane. Here are 5 fast facts you should know first. You know, it's really good to have some knowledge about what I'm going to read so that I can better understand what the character in the story is going through. So, the first fast fact, number 1, a hurricane is a huge rainstorm. Heavy rain falls during a hurricane and strong winds blow. And you can tell by the photograph how strong that wind is. Look at the trees bent. Number 2, most hurricanes happen in the fall. In our country, most hurricanes happen from August to October. That's why fall is called hurricane season. So a lot of hurricanes here happen in September, August, September, October, those months. Number 3, hurricane winds spin in a circle. In a hurricane, the wind spins around and around. It makes a circle. There is a calm spot in the center of the circle where there is no wind. It is called the eye of the storm. Oh, so a lot of times people think the hurricane's over when it's suddenly calm, but really they're just in the eye of the storm, which is calm, but it's going to move. And when it moves, it won't be calm anymore. Hurricanes can be very harmful. This is fast fact 4. The storm's powerful, blustery winds can pull up trees. They can knock over houses. They can tip cars over. They can cause a lot of damage or harm to homes or cars and cars. Oh, I like how I read a synonym. So when I heard the word damage, they can cause a lot of damage or harm. That must mean the same thing as damage. All right, and number 5, each hurricane gets its own name. People need to be able to tell hurricanes apart. So, people who study weather give each hurricane its own name. Each year, these storms are named in the order of the alphabet. The first hurricane's name starts with an A, the next one's name starts with a B, and so on. Here are some names of hurricanes so far this year. So they started with A and they named the first one Arthur, and then we had Bertha and Cristobal. Interesting names. All right. So now that we know facts about hurricanes and we learned something, we're going to now do a story that's just to entertain us, and it is actually fiction because it's not real characters. It's all drawn by an artist that is the illustrator of the story. And this could happen to someone in real life, but it didn't in this story. It's just about a little girl who does have a storm that she faces. Okay, so this story is called The Storm. Let me move myself over here. Annie and her mom feel alone in their new home. Then a storm changes everything. This story is by Roland Smith, and the art that you saw, and it's really pretty, this artist did such a nice job, is Camila Karasine. I'm writing a letter to my dad. He's away in the army. I tell him that I am doing great in Florida. I say that I'm making friends at my new school. I say that Mama likes her new job. I say that we are happy. I end the letter by saying that I miss him and I'm proud of him. Only the last sentence is true. I've made no friends at school. Mama has to work late most nights. We are lonely without him. So now, as I'm reading, I'm thinking about everything that happens in order in the story. So far, I know that she is at home with her mom, but her dad is not with her. So she's really missing him, I can tell. He's away in the army. So pause and think, what does the girl Annie tell her dad about her life in Florida? Ooh, okay, so I'm thinking she didn't tell him the truth. She made everything sound kind of great, when really it's not. Is any of it true? Not a lot. Only the only thing she said that was true was that she really misses him and that she's proud of him. A new home. We just moved here when Dad had to leave. He didn't even get to meet the neighbors. Mama and I haven't met them either. Mama and I are shy. Daddy's not. He's been gone for 6 weeks. He won't be home for a year. I didn't think life could get much worse. I was wrong. Hurricane Brett was coming. Why isn't Daddy living at home? Well, you're right. In the first paragraph of the story, we read that the dad is actually in the army. So that's why he's not home. He's been gone for 6 weeks and he's going to be gone for an entire year. So that answers for how long will he be gone? He's going to be gone for a year. Wind and darkness. We're going to go to this next section here. Mama gets home from work late again. The wind is gusty. I look out the window. The palm trees are swaying. A trash can is rolling down the street. Is this a hurricane? I ask. Not yet, Mama says. Stay away from the window. Ooh, I would be terrified to be near the window in case that glass came in. She starts to cook dinner. Then the power goes out. The house is dark. We find a flashlight. Mama tries her phone. It is out too. Okay, so I'm thinking about what just happened next in the story. So I know their dad has been gone, and things start to get bad when they realize how windy it is outside and how it's starting to rain. And it looks like to me they might be at the beginning stages of a hurricane. The mom can't cook dinner, the power is out, they can't use their phone, and they can't find, oh, they did find a flashlight, but they can't use their phone. So that's what I know has happened so far. Oh, Annie, I guess we're on our own, she says. I wish Daddy were here. So do I, honey, she says. Why do you think Annie wishes her dad were there? Well, I know she said her dad's not shy, and if he's in the army, I'm guessing he's pretty tough and he would probably make her feel comforted and protected. And I'm sure he would help them find a place that was safe to hide until the storm blew over. The eye of the storm. The wind shakes the house. It is blustery. Somehow, I fall asleep on the sofa. I wake up early the next morning. It's quiet. Mama is looking out the window. Is it over? I ask. Looks like it, she answers. We step out onto the front porch. How is your house? Any damage? A man asks. Is it harmed in any way? Mama and I jump. Who's there? I ask. Leo Garcia, your neighbor. I've been worried about you. We're fine, Mama says, now that the storm's over. Over? The storm's not over. Not even close, said Mr. Garcia. This is the eye of the storm. The winds will pick up again soon. You sure everything's okay? We're fine, Mama says. What does Mr. Jensen tell Annie and Mama about the storm? Well, he just told them that they're in the eye of the storm, right? So that means that the wind isn't bad and it looks like it's calming down, but really they're just in the middle where the storm is, it's to the eye of the storm where it's just not bad during that, in that small part of the storm. A terrible storm. Mr. Garcia was right. Hurricane Brett gets a lot worse. Mama and I curl up together on the sofa. The wind and rain batter the house. They beat against it. Oh, that must be what batter means, because they said it in the next sentence. The rain beats against it. Something loud slams into the roof. We are too afraid to go upstairs and look. A window breaks in the kitchen. How do you think Mama and Annie feel during the storm? I would say they feel pretty terrified. It says they're too afraid to even go upstairs and look, even though they heard something slam into the roof. After the storm, by afternoon, the storm is over. I put on my dad's army coat. Wearing it makes me feel strong. We go outside. It looks like a giant lawnmower has run over our street. The trees are tipped over. Every window of our house is broken. Half of the roof is gone. Mama starts to cry. I hug her. I start crying too. So now I'm thinking, what happened? What did I just read? What happened to the house during the storm? The wind and the rain was something fierce because she described it as looking like a giant lawnmower ran over their street. The trees are tipped over and their windows are all broken and half of their roof is gone. And I can tell in the picture that somebody's trying to repair it. So that's good news still. But it's sad that she lost part of her roof. The neighbors help. Oh, I'm going to make a prediction. In the picture, I can see that they're looking at working on the house and cleaning up the street. Maybe that's the neighbors that are helping out because this next section is called The Neighbors Help. Soon the neighbors come over. They carry brooms, rakes, and trash cans. Mr. Garcia is leading them. I'm glad you're both okay, Mr. Garcia says. Mama nods. She can't seem to talk. I'm afraid that if I don't say something, the neighbors will go away. I want them to stay. Why is everybody here? I ask Mr. Garcia. We're here to clean up. Everybody? I ask, looking at Mama. She is as surprised as I am. That's how we do it here, Mr. Garcia says. Your house has the most damage, so that's where we'll start. And we'll do it together? Mama asks. I see her start to smile. Please come inside, she says. She looks at all of our neighbors and thank you. What did the neighbors plan to do now that the storm is over? Well, they're going to start cleaning up and fixing the neighborhood, and they're going to start with their house because Annie's house had a lot of damage done to it. So they're going to work on it and help one another. I love the lesson in this story. I love how the neighbors are coming together to help her, even though they don't even really know each other very well. It's pretty cool. All right, well, in tomorrow's lesson, you guys are going to go ahead and write a letter pretending to be Annie, and you're going to tell him about what happened during the storm and what she had to go through. So that will be your assignment for tomorrow. And then later in the week, we're going to look at the stories, the article we read first, and the story, The Storm, that we just read. And we're going to talk about some things that are the same and some things that are different in both of these. Okay? All right.